In life, we often limit ourselves not because we lack ability, but because we lack vision. We dream small, aim low, and settle for less. But have you ever wondered what would happen if you dared to think beyond your circumstances? Today's story will show you how one person's bold vision transformed not just their life, but an entire community. Listen carefully, because this story teaches us that the size of our thoughts determines the size of our success. Make sure you watch all the way through, because I'm dropping a challenge at the end of this video that's going to test everything we just talked about. Many years ago, in a dusty village at the edge of a desert, there lived a young woman named Amara. She was a potter, just like her mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother before her. Every morning, Amara would sit at her wheel, shaping clay into simple pots and bowls that she sold at the local market for a few coins. Her neighbors would often say, "Amara, you make good pots. This is your destiny. Be grateful for what you have." And for years, Amara believed them. She thought, "I'm just a village potter. What more could I possibly become?" But one day, everything changed. A wealthy merchant from the capital city passed through her village. He stopped at Amara's stall and examined her work. "These are well made," he said, "but they're so plain, so ordinary. In the city, we have artists who create pottery that looks like frozen music, like captured dreams. Their pieces sell for 100 gold coins each." 100 gold coins? Amara could barely imagine such wealth. That night, she couldn't sleep. The merchant's words echoed in her mind. Something stirred inside her, a feeling she had never experienced before. It was the seed of a bigger dream. The next morning, instead of making her usual pots, Amara sat quietly, just thinking. Her neighbor, an old woman named Ruth, walked by and laughed. "What are you doing, girl? Sitting idle won't fill your stomach. Make your pots and sell them like always." But Amara said something that surprised even herself. "Ruth, what if I could make pottery so beautiful that people from the capital would come here to buy it? What if our village could become famous for art?" Ruth shook her head. "Child, you're dreaming too big. We are simple village folk. The capital is for the educated, the wealthy, the talented. Know your place." But Amara couldn't stop thinking big. That day, she decided to create something she had never attempted before. She would make a vase so beautiful, so unique, that it would prove everyone wrong. She spent hours designing patterns in her mind, imagining colors and shapes that didn't exist in her village. Days turned into weeks. Amara stopped going to the market. She stopped making simple pots. Her savings began to run out. People in the village whispered, "Amara has lost her mind. She's chasing impossible dreams." Even her own mother said, "Daughter, please be practical. This fantasy will leave you with nothing." But Amara kept working. Finally, after 3 months, her masterpiece was complete. It was a tall vase with colors that seemed to dance in the light, patterns that told stories of the desert, the sky, and the human spirit. It was unlike anything the village had ever seen. Amara wrapped it carefully and set out on a 3-day journey to the capital city. When she arrived at the grand marketplace, she felt small and afraid. But she remembered her vision and set up her simple cloth on the ground, placing her vase in the center. Hours passed. People walked by without stopping. Some glanced and moved on. Amara's heart began to sink. Maybe everyone was right. Maybe she had been foolish to think big. Just as the sun was setting, an elderly man in fine robes stopped. He stared at the vase for a long moment, then picked it up carefully, examining every detail. "Who made this?" he. "I did, sir," Amara replied. "What is your name?" "Amara, from the desert village of Zahir." The man looked at her with piercing eyes. "Young woman, do you know who I am? I am Master Khalil, the royal art curator. I have seen pottery from every corner of this kingdom and from lands beyond. But this," he held up the vase, "this has a vision in it. This has soul. How much do you want for it?" Amara's voice, 100 gold coins, sir." "Master Khalil, I'll give you 300, and I want to commission 10 more pieces for the royal palace. But I have one question. How did a village potter create something that rivals the greatest artists in the capital? Amara thought for a moment, then answered, Sir, I stopped thinking like a village potter. I started thinking like an artist with something important to say. I stopped accepting the limits others put on me and started believing in what I could become. Master Khalil, that, young woman, is the secret that most people never learn. Our circumstances don't define us, our vision does. Amara returned to her village not just with gold, but with a royal commission and a transformed perspective. She didn't keep her success to herself. She told the other villagers, don't just make pots, make art. Don't just think about tomorrow's meal, think about the legacy you'll leave behind. Slowly, the village transformed. Within 5 years, Zahir became known across the kingdom as the Village of Artists. And it all started because one person dared to think bigger than her circumstances. This story teaches us a powerful truth. The size of our thinking determines the size of our results. Amara wasn't more talented than other potters when she started. She didn't have more resources or better education. The only difference was that she dared to expand her vision. When we think small, we get small results. When we think, I'm just a worker, I'm just from a small town, I'm just ordinary, we trap ourselves in a prison of our own making. But when we think, what if I could be extraordinary? What if my work could inspire others? What if I could create something that matters? Suddenly, new possibilities open up. There's a saying, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Our thoughts create our reality. Amara's neighbors told her to know her place, to be practical, to accept her limitations. But she chose to think differently, and that choice changed everything. Remember, every great achievement in history started as a thought in someone's mind. Someone thought, what if we could fly, and created the airplane? Someone thought, what if we could light up the night, and invented the electric bulb? Someone thought, what if everyone could access all the world's information and created the internet? Your thoughts are the blueprint of your future. If you think small thoughts, you'll build a small life. But if you dare to think big, to imagine possibilities beyond your current reality, you give yourself permission to grow into something greater. So, today, ask yourself, what dreams have you buried because they seemed too big? What vision have you abandoned because others said it was impossible? What potential lies sleeping inside you because you accepted someone else's definition of what you could become? Don't let small thinking rob you of a big life. Start today. Think bigger than your circumstances. Think bigger than your fears. Think bigger than the limitations others have placed on you. Because the power to transform your life doesn't come from your circumstances. It comes from the size of your vision. Now here's my challenge to you. And I mean actually do this, not just read it and move on. Step 1. Write your big dream. Take out a piece of paper right now. Write down one dream you've been holding back on because it seems too big. Don't be practical. Don't filter yourself. Just write what your heart actually wants. The thing you think about but never say out loud. Step 2. Question your limits. Below that dream, write down exactly why you believe you can't achieve it. Then ask yourself, is this absolutely true or just a story I've been telling myself? Find one person who had the same limitation but succeeded anyway. If they did it, why not you? Step 3. Take one bold action today. Choose one action that a person living your big vision would take. Not tomorrow, today. If your dream is to be an author, write one page. If it's to start a business, research one idea. If it's to be healthier, take one walk. Just move forward. Here's the truth. When you start thinking big, people will tell you to be realistic and play it safe. Let them. The people who criticize your dreams are usually the ones who gave up on their own. Don't wait to find out. Start today. Think bigger. Because small thinking has never changed anyone's life. But big thinking has changed the world. The only question is, Are you brave enough to think big about your life? If this story inspired you to think bigger about your own life, please like and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe to stay connected with us. I'll return with another powerful story soon.